Shalom, giving all praises, honor and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Akar Kodash. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that rule well. Shalom to all of the Archeum teaching this word with faith and truth and sincerity. I'm the brother Caleb from the GMS England London Forecasters Camp, back with another lesson to help edify the Lord's elect. I'd like to start my lessons by saying that we are the real Hebrew Israelites, and the real Israelites are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, West Indians and West Africans predominantly, but you will find Israelites that do look like the other nations, because we as a people have been scattered among all the nations throughout our various captivities. But if your sea line by your forefathers goes back to the man in the Bible named Israel, then you too are an Israelite no matter what you look like, because Numbers 1 and 18th verse says that your nationality is determined by the lineage of your forefathers. So and once again, just to give clarification, the names that we give honor and praise and glory to are Yahweh, which is the name of the Heavenly Father. His name is Yahweh. It's not God, it's not Jehovah. His name is Yahweh, which means he is or he exists. And his son's name, the one that the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, his name is Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai in the Hebrew, which means he savior or he deliverer, because he's going to deliver us, the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel in these last days. So those are the two names you give honor and praise to. So I just wanted to do a quick lesson going into, forgive me, I've got notifications on. Just want to do a quick lesson because I was just doing some reading. I was reading Isaiah the 55th chapter. So I thought, you know what, man, this is actually something I could just do a quick lesson on. So it says, I was reading Isaiah 55, got down to verse 6, and it says, "Seek ye Yahweh." When you see the word Lord in all caps in the scriptures, it's usually Yahweh. "Seek Yahweh while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. Let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts. And let him return to Yahweh, and he will have mercy upon him, and to our God, for he will abundantly pardon. He will abundantly pardon." Forgive me, I said that incorrectly. Tongue-tied. "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith Yahweh. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts." So let's break this down, because there's a lot of meat to take off this bone. It says, "Seek ye Yahweh while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near." So how do you seek the Lord? If you want to know more about the Lord, you have to draw closer to him. How do you draw closer to him? Well, by learning of him. How do you learn of him? By reading the words he gave. Remember, the things written aforetime are written for our learning. So we've got the scriptures here. If you want to seek the Lord, you seek out of the scriptures. So a precept to back that up is, hold on. Here we go, just looking for this. How do you seek the Lord? Let's deal with this. Isaiah 55 verse 6 says, "Seek ye the Lord Yahweh while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near." So a precept to back that up would be Isaiah 34 and 16, which says, here we go. Isaiah 34, forgive me, verse 16 says, "Seek ye out of the book of Yahweh and read." So that means to seek the Lord, seek out of the book and read. What book are we talking about? The Bible, the Holy Scriptures. It says, "Seek ye out of the book of Yahweh and read. No one of these shall fail, none shall want her mate. For my mouth it hath commanded, and his spirit it hath gathered them." Right? So seek ye out the book of the Lord and read. Another precept to back that up would be Psalms 40 and verse 7. It says, "Then said I, Lo, I come in the volume of the book. It is written of me." So clearly we're being instructed to seek the Lord while he may be found. Then it says, "Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. Then said I, Lo, I come in the volume of the book." Can you see how just by reading these first three precepts, we've taken 3 steps closer to understanding the Lord Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. It's like if you want to get to know somebody, let's say you walk up to them, they're not gonna you're not gonna just utter everything straight away. There'll be a process, an introductory process. Then you get to learn more and more about the person. It's like gradually you get fed a little bit more information about them through, let's use a woman as an example. You first meet a girl, right? Let's say she's an attractive lady. The first thing you're probably going to ask her, so what's your name? Or, so the name's important. So you find out their name. Then you find out, oh, where are you from? Oh, I'm from this country. I'm from that country. All right. So you're learning a little bit more information all the time. The more you talk to her, the more she will eventually reveal to you. Most people aren't going to reveal their whole life story in the first sentence. So it's like there's a process to things. Likewise, there's a process in drawing closer to the Most High. Yeah, you start with the names, which we push those names, as I said, Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. So you learn their names. So then what more do you learn them? Like, what are their characteristics? What do they like? What do they hate? How do you get that information? How do you take the next footstep in advancing towards knowing them? Well, I just read these 3 precepts. I'm going to go over them again. Because if you think about it, like step 1, step 2, step 3, each step reveals more information. So let's go back, rewind. Isaiah 55, verse 6. Seek ye Yahweh while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. So that's step 1. So we've broken down that the word Lord should be Yahweh there. So we've got the name, and it says seek him while he may be found, call upon him while he is near. Okay, so how do I get to know a little bit more? What's the next step I take? Well, as we say, precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little, there a little. Next precept reveals more information. Got to go to it again, Isaiah 34:16. And this is why it's so important to read. I'm going to get into that in a minute. But 34:16. Next step, all right? So step 2. It says, seek ye out of the book of Yahweh and read. So, okay, that's the next step. We found out the name. Next step is telling you to seek the book. Well, we're already reading the book, but there we go. Seek ye out of the book of Yahweh and read. It's telling you to read. It doesn't say seek ye out of the book of the Lord and just have it in your possession. Because a lot of Jake do that. I mean, you could walk into probably 99% of Jake homes. Well, if they're of a certain generation, a lot of Jake these days, they're kind of wayward. But, Jake from sort of like my mum and dad's generation, I'd say like 99% of the homes, you'd find a Bible in them. Like every family member, I'm speaking of just my own family, be it on my mum's side or my dad's side, every family member, except my fucking brother, but he does have one because I did give him one. Every family member would have a Bible in their home somewhere. Doesn't matter the translation, but there would just be a Bible somewhere in their home. Usually, towards the front of the house, on like the telephone table or whatever, or in the living room on the fireplace or whatever, there'd be a Bible. Was anybody reading it? No, not very often. But yeah, you can guarantee it'd be there as a dust catcher in the Jake homes. And it's funny because a while back I was dealing with a woman who was from Northern Kingdom. So like it, forgive me for yawning. Dealing with a woman from Northern Kingdom, and I went to her country to spend some time with her and her family, and she was an Issacharite, so it was in the land of Mexico. And when I went to her family home, that was the case. There was as you walk in the front door, the front of the house, to the left there was a stand, big ass Bible there, open on a particular page, just catching dust. Was anybody actually reading it? No, but it was there because somehow Jake think that just by having a Bible in the home, it will ward off evil spirits. And I don't know where that notion comes from, but it seems prevalent in the generation of which I'm speaking about. Even as a child growing up, you know, my mum would have a Bible in me and my brother's bedroom, and it would be open up at Psalms 23. Just always open on that page. And to be fair, you know, my mum did teach me the Lord's Prayer, and we were God-fearing. Or at least I was God-fearing. Don't know my fucking brother, but you know, that was the level of depth of scriptural understanding, because at the time this truth wasn't prevalent. This was before the internet, before you know, the Great Awakening, the Ezekiel 37 rising up of the dry bones. So the truth was still pretty much quite sealed at that point in time when I was a little boy. So, you know, coming from the sort of, you know, Edomized Christian perspective of understanding the scriptures, it wasn't on this level, but at least the foundations were laid for me to later on be involved in what I'm involved in. So I'd always say the Lord's Prayer, you know, say your prayers before you go to bed, you know. So I learned that early on in life. But anyway, point is that you're supposed to read the book, not just have it in your possession, because it's not going to do the work for you. It gives you the information and instructions on how to conduct yourself, but you got to put the work in. You got to read it. As I say, it's no point just having the Bible and knowing a portion of it. You need to eat the whole roll, the bitter and the sweet. So that means what? Studying, reading, immersing yourself. You know, to be baptized means to be immersed in, you know. You immerse yourself in this word. You know, I'm trying to think of the precept that just jumped out of my head. Cleanse it by the washing of water by the word, yeah. So like, imagine standing in the shower. You know, you stand under the water, you wash yourself. That's the way you've got to approach these scriptures. Let the words rain down upon you. You know, and the Bible's not going to open it up itself and start speaking. You need to actually get into it, read it, become acquainted with it. That's why I always like to say, as much as we have the Bibles on our phones, smartphones and tablets or whatever, it's always good to have your physical copies, because there's something very intimate about holding a physical book and turning the pages and becoming acquainted with, you know, the book. In my mind, for example, just thinking out loud now,